Hi everybody, this is DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for Dcuo. Today we are doing the Springtime Seasonal Event for Dcuo, as you can see in the title. Now there's a few things I want to go over first as far as seasonal events concerned. Because it is the time for the seasonal event, there are certain things that drops, certain drops. There's, first let me tell you where you can get these drops from. These drops will be in the vaults, the regular level 130 missions, the solos, the duos, the alerts, the raids, even the actual seasonal open area mission and the seasonal alert itself too will have these drops. Pretty much everything you do in the game will have a possibility of getting these seasonal drops. And the drops are seasonal base items, seasonal collections, seasonal trinkets, seasonal gear styles, and seasonal weapons. Now, without further delay, I'll tell you about the seasonal event. If you're new to the seasonal event or if it's your first time doing it, you will be able to go to your journal, put it on level, scroll up to the top, and you should have a mission called Poisonous Desires. And it'll sound something like this.
This is Oracle. Excuse me. Allergies. Spring is in the air, and if you're seeing more pollen than usual, it's because poison ivy is spreading spores across Gotham. It's gotten bad enough that Swamp Thing is stepping in. Speak to him in the watchtower.
Now, the name for the mission on the villain side escapes me. I believe it might be the same. I'm not really sure, though. So I apologize for that. However, the opening, I guess to say the opening area for the seasonal event is actually in both the Watchtower and the Hall of Doom. In the Watchtower, you want to go over to the agricultural area, and the Hall of Doom, you want to go over to the pit area. Pit area is right in the center of the Hall of Doom. The agricultural area is located between the Meta Wing and the Tech Wing, which I believe is, yep, it's on that side. So we're just going to go to the Meta Wing and drew it. Alright, here you can talk to Swamp Thing, Dr. Sarah Charles, and Arborist Lewis. Dr. Sarah Charles tells you about the seasonal alert, Swamp Thing tells you about the open world mission, and Arborist Lewis is your seasonal vendor. Now, there are two sides to the seasonal open world, well, the whole seasonal event in its whole. You get the complete story by doing both sides. So I'll tell you Swamp Thing's point of view. Well, I'll show you Swamp Thing's point of view, and then I'll tell you Poison Ivy's.
Greetings. I am Swamp Thing, and I represent the green, growing things of this planet. It is spring, the time for all living things to grow. Poison Ivy seeks to disrupt the balance. She must be stopped.
Alright, we gotta protect the green. Our mission is to destroy all the plant creatures rampaging through Gotham, rescue all the civilians captured or threatened by poisonous said plant creatures, and locate all the columns of pollen. Columns of pollen are going to be the columns of light that's about a light neon green. And our reward for that is seasonal pods. Seasonal pods are the seasonal coins of this alert. Well, not alert, but event. Alright, I will show you on my screen real quick. Alright, as you can see right now, under Currency tab in your inventory, I have replay badges, Holly Leaves, Marks of Triumph, Marks of Legend, Marks of Tactics, and Marks of Lore. Holly Leaves are the seasonal coin for the wintertime seasonal event known as Winter Holidays. And Seed Pods are the seasonal coin for the springtime event known as Springtime. Those are used to buy items from this vendor.
Perhaps I have something to brighten your day.
Most of these are just so you can have a trinket, a style, a soda, or a base item, pretty much. Although these will go towards feats. The only exception being this brand of base items that start with Snarled, and the very trinket at the very top does not go towards the feat. Everything else goes towards the feat if you collect it all. I will say this much, the Warrior of Styles requires an extra piece. I'll talk more about that later. But right now, let's get to the actual open alert. Well, seasonal open world. That's located in Gotham. Now, when it comes to the seasonal event, the columns of pollen, which is for the seasonal spawn areas, will appear all over Gotham. And for the most part, if you find one area that it spawns at, you find them all. And by all, I mean the spawn points are reusable from one seasonal to the next seasonal to the next seasonal. So you find a nice area where you can do the seasonal event for springtime. You can find the same for the witching hour, which is Halloween, and the winter holidays, which is Christmas, pretty much. So it's a good idea to find a good area where you can farm it at and memorize it for the next seasonal event. The only exception being Tides of War, which takes place in Metropolis's Bay area, because it is a summertime event. Yeah. That being the only exception. Also, Valentine's Day, which is no longer an open world event, it's pretty much just a mission you get, and as soon as you click on it, you complete it. You get all the styles, all the collections, all that stuff, yada yada yada. Feats. Anyway, let's go to Gotham, and I'll explain the rest there. Although, I will say this. I'm going to take you to my personal farming area for seasonals. And I'm not afraid to show that because of the fact that this area has so many columns for the seasonals that no matter how many people go there, it will not be a problem. You will be guaranteed to go there and just get anything you need. There's just so many spawn points, it's unreal. So even if everybody starts coming over here because of this video or because of someone else who also had this area in their video too, it would be okay because there's so many spots, and I'm going to show you those spots right now. Alright. My area is located right next to Amusement Miles Bay area. If you go to your map and head north, you will find Joker's Funhouse and then Amusement Mile. Next to that is that Bay area I was telling you about. Now this street right below it is where I farm at. You want to go over to your right, and right where the corner right next to the rally point, that's where I farm at. For 3 blocks going left, I farm this area right here. Why is that? 2 spawn points right here, 4 here, 4 here, and 2 there. This little strip of land has everything I need. I can pretty much go back and forth on that strip right there alone. And if I need to, I can take it a step further. Alright, there should be a spawn point right here for another one. I believe another one on this side and another one somewhere on this building. Now if I go up here, there's 2 spawn points here and 2 spawn points here. I believe there's one there and there's one there. I haven't gone to those, just the ones right here. But I believe there is 1 spawn point there. And once again, if I need to take it even further, there are 4 spawn points here, 2 here, 4 here and 2 here. So you have pretty much these 6 squares right here to farm. And there's just so many spawn points that it is ridiculous. You can get everything done here, and this goes from seasonal to seasonal, besides the Valentine's Day and the summer one called Tides of War. These 6 here. So I'll show you exactly where those areas are at, or exactly where the columns will be at. And try to remember that, because you're going to want to use this for each season that pops up. Alright, let's head towards Amusement Mile, because that's the easiest to go to first. Depending on if you're a villain side, you're going from a different direction. So I'm going to take you to Amusement Mile first. Right, as soon as you get a good look at Amusement Mile. Okay, we see Amusement Mile. Look for the Bay area. There's the Bay. Now, there's that street right in front of the Bay area, and there's the rally point for heroes. So, this is the area right here. Right here on this corner. Right here on this spot is where one spawns at. Right here on the spot. One also spawns up above. On top of here. Let me take you up here. One spawns right over here. Right here on that spot. Let's go over. As I said earlier, 4 spots. Pretty much these 4 corners right here. Another spot is right against the wall over here. It's not showing right now though. And then there goes the spot right over there. There we go.
I swear I
Right
can
over
hear
there
the
on the
plants
spot.
talking.
There is a spot right here. Right about here is where the another spawn spot is. Right over here is where one is, right where I'm standing. Of course, you can see across the street, that's where one's at. If we go up, you'll see one's over there. Yep, there it goes, activated. There is one over here, it's not activated right now, but there is one that spawns right here in this area.
I'm on my way.
As you can see, there's a column over there too, in those corners I told you about. Let's keep going down. There is also a spawn point right over here across in the area, and there's one right there on the steps. Right over here. So as I said, with all these spawn point areas, you can pretty much go through this single strip of land and call it a day. However, let's take it up a notch just in case you come over here and this area might be full. Now, as I said earlier, there's a spawn point up here on this area. There's 2 over here, one here, and the other one's directly diagonal from it. So you should see one pop up right here. If you're lucky, you can catch a spawn point right up here. Also, Piper is up here to my knowledge too. So watch out for that when you're doing that. You don't want to attack him unless you don't care because you're OP. Now this street is just like the first street. Same rules apply. Spawn point at this steps.
One of Falcone's men.
Spawn point over here will actually be about right around this area. Four spawn points right here on the corners. There's only 2 over there. On this side, lose your imagination as if there was 2. Well, down here you actually have the 4 corners, so there is 4 spawn points. They're a little bit spread out, just like the last time I told you they were spread out. Right about here is where a spawn point over here on this side spawns. And right about here is where the second one on this side will spawn out. That side pretty much remains the same right there on the curves. As you come down over here, there are 2 spawn points. Again, one right next to the steps. And then one that is down over here. Right about here. And that is all the spawn points for this area. So with all those spawn points in mind, you can pretty much just stay here and farm it very fast and very quick. And even if more people come over, you're still good to go. Now, that being said, let's actually do this alert. Alright, on your map, you will notice that there will be white circles or white arrows pointing up or down. Those are either the stressed citizens or the seasonal collection areas, also known as the columns of pollen. This guy's doing one. We'll help him out real quick, and then we'll go take care of our own one. Alright, he's good. We're gonna head up here and take care of our own up here.
For Ivy.
Holy brain squash. Hey, thanks, but I gotta get out of here.
I serve Ivy.
Thank heavens you showed
Once
up.
again, we need to kill the plant creatures, rescue civilians. So I need 14 more creatures and 8 more civilians. Just because it's on the corner up here, I'll go after that next. I was gonna walk down that street, but oh well.
For Ivy.
It's here in front of me, so I'm doing that now instead.
Help! Help!
The green gives me strength.
Run! Run!
Thank heavens you showed up.
Alright, nothing on my map. I'm turning around. And I guess I'll take out the mugger over here.
What are you supposed to be? Costumed freak?
Ah, somebody got my spawn point.
Run! I thought we were goners.
Thank heavens you
Run
showed
for your
up.
lives!
There we go, lockbox. Alright, nothing there, so let's go down here. Grab something. Bound to be some type of collection area over here. Let's hurry up. Yep, there goes one. By the time you use this, there's probably going to be another one that pops up. Yep, there goes one over there.
Get away! Oh no! What happened? Was I in a plant? This is the worst allergy attack I've ever had.
Yeah, well, there goes that one. And we also have that one. Like I said, not worried. There's so many spawn points over here. Alright, we're gonna head up this way, north. None in that corner. Cool.
Run! Run!
Help!
Run! Run!
Yeah, I just can't win.
This is the worst allergy attack I've ever had.
Okay, 4 more creatures and 2 more civilians. There we go.
I swear I could hear the plants talking.
Now I just need one of
Freaky.
each. One of each, that'll be easy. I think the safest way to do it. Just because I can.
Ah!
The green gives me strength.
Please, you've got to help.
That smell.
Protect
I couldn't
the
break away.
plants.
Thanks.
Help! Help! Run for your lives!
I thought we were goners.
Thank heavens you showed up.
Alright, that is the open world season event. That is over. Now all we have to do now is queue up. Now before I queue up, there's a few things I want to go over as far as the feats you can get for the seasonal. Oh, looks like I forgot to buy some on this card. Alright. Let's go to springtime. Alright, right here it says if you complete the sewer rendezvous, which is the seasonal alert, without allowing Swamp Thing or anyone in your group, including you, to come in contact with the spores, you get a feat. The next one is called Tech Savvy. Same thing, kind of. Complete the event alert without allowing any of the technicians to fall or die. You don't want to lose any of them. Now another feat you get is by purchasing any of the seasonal trinkets. It says purchase any of the seasonal spring trinkets. That is completely false. They need to change that seriously because that is no longer the case anymore. There are 5 trinkets you can buy there, and only 4 of them will give you that feat. More on that later. Eco-friendly is completing the daily quest 10 times, the mission you just saw me do. Complete that 10 times and you get the feat. If you haven't done it yet, I highly encourage you to do so, and this is the reason why. If you're watching this video, it may or may not be too late for you. I say that because tomorrow is Tuesday. The seasonal event ends tomorrow, and that's why I'm so mad I waited so long to put this video up. The seasonal event ends tomorrow, and you have to do this mission daily 10 times. However, sorry, video dropped. However, you can use replay badges to keep doing it over and over. For the open world, it's just 12 replay badges. For the alert, it's 24. The alert gives you 2 seed pods, and the open world gives you 6. So it is more feasible to just farm the open world, unless you want those 2 feats I mentioned earlier, Allergic Reaction and Tech Savvy. Unless you want and or need those feats. So it's better to just go do those. Collecting all styles of the Warrior Spring set. Warrior of Spring. There are certain styles that you must get from the drop, and certain styles that you must buy from the vendor. This particular style itself is a combination of both. The headpiece is a drop. You must do regular missions and hope to God it drops for you. However, I will say this. Lucky thing is, that is the most common drop you ever get now. Just the seasonal event. That is the most common drop you get is the headpiece. So that's not too much of a problem. The problem is the ones you have to buy. You have to buy the other 5 pieces to go with it. That's all in the seasonal vendor. So just farm it out and buy those and you got it. Booster snacks. This is by far the easiest feat to get. There's only 3 booster snacks, you gotta eat them all. So you buy them, you use them, you get defeat. The snacks only cost 1 seasonal pod and $100 each. So that's $300 and 3 seed pods. That is the easiest feat you can get. And right now up in Mastery, we all need all the feats we can get, right? No problem. That's easy to go. Now here comes the base items. I will talk more about that when I go back to the vendor. I don't want to confuse anybody. Pretty much, there are 14 base items from the 2014 springtime event. There are other base items there, but they do not give feats whatsoever. Those are just pretty much for looks and styles as far as inside your base. So are the ones for the feet, but you can get both the feet and the look, you know? Anywho, we're gonna queue up for the open world. I mean, not open world, but for the event alert now. Sewer Rendezvous. It might take a while for it to pop up. Alright, it just popped up. A few things I want to go into first. This event is done more easily if you have a tank or troll. 2 roles that have pull powers that are useful to pull enemies. Now, all powers are aggro. Tanks and trolls, aggro. Tank aggro will always be higher. But because they're dominants, they can pull. Pull is different from aggro completely. Aggro is pretty much making them want to come towards you, and pull is making them come towards you against their own will. So you want a pull power. A power with high dominance that can pull. Dominance is only we'll put it this way. All powers are aggro, there's no such thing as getting aggro. And pull powers are based on your dominance. Remember, pull powers are based on your dominance.
Dr.
While
Charles
aggro
sent you?
is
Thank
just
God.
aggro, period.
Swamp Thing
There
went
is
ahead
no
of us.
stat that
There's
affects
something
aggro.
happened. I think he's been affected by Poison Ivy's toxin. We've got an antigen, but we need you to place the dispensers around the area. My boys will come in and set them to release the fumes. That should weaken him enough to help you against him. Just keep my crew safe so they can do their job. Once he's neutralized, we can administer liquid form antigen directly into his system. Good luck.
The power of the green now serves Poison Ivy. You will become fertilizer for her children. The earth will claim what's left of you.
Alright, once again, you want to make sure that the technicians live, and make sure your team stays away from the spore cloud.
Okay, the bomb has released the toxin.
Both
Your
your
turn.
team and you. If you got a pull power like which I just used right now, it is a lot more easier to make them come towards you against
Okay,
his will.
the bomb has released the toxin. Your turn.
There we go. Now that he's in the spores, we can hurt him.
The fumes are released.
Oops, I went
Get
into
him
the
in there
sphere.
before it dissipates.
Alright. We need another one over here.
Dispenser deployed. Get him in there.
There we go. And they're done. As I said,
That was
troll or tank
impressive.
with full
Thanks for
power
helping us.
is greatly needed for this event.
Good job.
Although it's not really required, quite frankly, if your team is close to one of them, your whole team, he has no choice but to come towards your team to attack you. So as long as you coordinate, depending on what roles you need, you're good to go. Now let's see, did anybody get a feat today? Nope, or they already had it. I know we messed up on the spore thing, because I could have swore I went into it, and also another person went into it. Alright guys, I'm going to warp to the watchtower if I can, and I'm going to show you the rest of what you can get. Now this part I'm going to talk about the seasonal stuff, how you can get them, how much they cost, and stuff like that, and then I'm going to show you what they actually look like as far as the base items. Now once again, we're going to go to the seasonal vendor. That is where you spend all your seasonal coins at to buy seasonal items. And some of them go towards feats. Ah, Dr. Sir Charles is up. That means I can go back and do the alert again. Which reminds me, Swamp Tank is not up. You know why? That is because even though I completed the open world, I did not accept it. So I don't have any seed pods probably. Besides the ones I just got from doing the alert. Let's see, I have 2, yes. The open world gives you 6, so I should have a total of 8. Which means in my journal, yeah, always make sure you hit it complete. Especially if you do it and then the seasonal vet ends, because you will not be able to go back afterwards to hit complete. It'll just be up there until next year. So you'll either have 6 seed pods in limbo, or you won't have any, period. If you wait until after it's over. So we're going to hit complete now. And now I have 8 seed pods. Okay. Now remember those feats we just talked about? We're going to
Perhaps
go
I
here
have something to
to
brighten your day.
Lewis, and I'll explain them. As I said earlier, the feat says, and I quote, purchase any of the springtime seasonal trinkets and unlock this feat. That is completely false. They need to change that. The trinket I have highlighted right now is a seasonal trinket, and it will not unlock that feat. Let me show you the ones that will. These 4 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these trinkets costs 40 seed pods each. They will unlock the feat for you. Pick any one you want. I do suggest picking one that is useful towards you. For instance, the one I'm on right now is for healer. This is for DPS. This is for controller. And this is for tank. So this is the one I would want to pick. They're actually pretty decent trinkets. Not the best in the game, of course, but they are pretty decent. Especially if you don't have anything on you. If you don't have any type of trinket, you definitely want to pick this up. This trinket is a stat booster. 20 seconds, your stats will be boosted. Now, if you go to the top, that first trinket we saw, that is a summon. It will stay on your side and summoned up for, I'm not sure how long, but he will help you in combat. I believe with heals too. Just to make sure, let's read the description real quick. Yeah, will aid you in combat for a short time. When it withers, it will heal nearby allies. Now, I talked to you earlier about the Leaf Mail set, the 3 pieces of armor you have to buy. 2 of them cost 12 and 1 of them cost 10. Buy those 3 and you now have that feat for that set. Now if you come down here, as I said, there are 14 base items you can get for the feat. This Snarled style base items do not give you a feat at all. However, they do give you a style for your base, and depending on how you want your base to look, these might interest you, you might want them. Although personally, I would go for the blooming set. It's pretty much looks just like this set, but with a blue dark flower in it, and it actually looks pretty legit. If it was like pink or red, I'd be like, yeah, I'm straight. But that dark blue looks pretty good, actually. Now, for the actual feat, you need all of the blooming base items, and 3 more, which I'll show you. Grass patch, thick hanging vines, and thin hanging vines. All the blooming plus these 3 will unlock the 14 base item feat for this seasonal feat. Now, if we go down to the bottom, I'll show you the last one. As I told you earlier, there were some oh wait, no, I got 2 more things to tell you about. As I told you earlier, there were 3 booster snacks you can buy. You have melon, strawberry, and orange. Each of them will do something different. This one increases your health. This increases your healing. This increases your damage. They only cost 1 seed pod and $100 each. So if you buy all 3, that's just $300 and 3 seed pods. It is the easiest seasonal feat to get besides doing the alert and getting both of the what's it called, tech savvy and allergic reaction feats. Now here's the tricky one. As I said earlier, this is called the Warrior Spring set. You have feet, legs, belts, hands, chest plate, and shoulders. But we're missing something. We're missing the headpiece. The headpiece is a random drop, like I said earlier, mentioned in here with all the things that drop for you. It is a style drop. It is the most common style drop, so you don't really have to worry about trying to get that. You're gonna get it. It is right now the most common drop to come out there. If you get anything, you got that headpiece. I'm pretty sure I just got it when I completed the alerts in the open world. I haven't checked my list yet, though. I'm pretty sure I got it. So that headpiece along with these styles will complete it. These run anywhere from 8 seed pods to 6. So 6 to 8 pretty much. Get these and you will unlock the feat for for Warrior of Spring. And there go your feats. Now I will actually show you what each of these look like in case you're not worried about the feat but you just want the style. With them, I'll have to switch to my villain because I gave all my style pieces to him for his look, for his base. Also, speaking of trinkets, as I told you earlier, this is a summon you get. It costs 16. However, there is a free summon drop in the game right now. Only because the seasonal is off right now. The summon is called Death Bloom. It has the same effects as Blossoming Spore. However, it just looks cooler. It's pretty much that ball with spikes on it you saw me fighting earlier, Death Bloom. It looks cooler, it does the same exact thing, helps you in combat and aids you. And when it withers, it releases pheromones that heal allies and yourself. It is actually a very helpful trinket I wanted to get. It just looks cool, I just wanted to collect it. And I wanted it on my villain, which I need to run more stuff to get for him to get it though. So we're going to go out of here real quick, and I'm going to show you the villain side. Alright, we're finally in the base now. I want to take this time to remind everybody, June 2nd is the last day of the seasonal. For the springtime event 2014's last day is June 2nd. Please, please, please do what you can to get all those feats. Monday is the last day. Now, why should you get all those feats? Why? Because they're very easy to get. Very, very easy to get. Why not? Easy feats to get, just group up with your friends, or if you want to, you can even solo content. Why not get those feats? This is the blooming set right here. All the blooming set is part of the feat. So you probably want to get those first if you haven't. The plain set does not give you feats. You want the blooming set and 3 other ones, which I'll show you. As you guys know, for each 100 feat points, you get 1 skill point. And the cap, I believe, is still 250, so go out there and get as many as you possibly can. Lose replay batches if you have to. Do what you can to get these feats out the way. Remember, once the seasonal goes away, you have to wait till next year, that time, to get it again. This is the armor. I can't really stand it without the blue flowers on it. Matter of fact, all the blooming set has blue flowers, so those look good to me. This is the coffee table right here. Blue flowers all around it. This is the hanging garden. Looks just like the regular version, except for the blue flowers, of course. Comes with its own set of lights. This is the nightstand. Notice the orange flowers on the surface of it, and the blue flowers at the base. The plain version won't have the flowers on the surface or the base. And this is the seasonal version of the dining tables and chair set. I like how it's made. It looks like it was made from nature itself. No carpenter, just made by nature itself, pretty much. Blue flowers on chairs, tabletop, and a table base. Pot chair, blue flowers inside, and on the vine to the base. Looks good. Even the regular version looks good. Vine bed. I love the vine bed, especially with the blue flowers. The plain version, not so much. I will admit, if the flowers had been like red or pink or something like that, I probably would have said, nah, give me the plain, but the dark blue's doing it. It looks good when you have everything all in the set. Probably under different lighting from the bases, it might not be a good fit. Depends on you. As far as the sets go, of course these are for feats though, but even if you're not trying to get the feat, maybe you're the type of person who wants to roleplay with your character, you want live furniture in your base, maybe that's you. This could do it for you. I can see this chair, the plain version, being done for Halloween, not the flower version of Curse, because there's nothing real spooky about that. Now this is bugged. Why? Because the blooming vine divider looks just like the regular vine divider. Looks exactly the same. As you know, the blooming has all the blue flowers on it. Do you see any blue flowers here? Do you see anything on it? It looks exactly the same, like copy and paste. You'll see that later though. Now this looks like it would go great with Halloween, minus the blue flowers of course, which you'll see later in the video. Now I'm showing you this one because this is a seasonal item too. It is a random drop. As I said earlier, there are random drops in the world. You can get those from going to vaults, going to duos, solos, alerts, raids, stuff like that. Now this is called giant. It might as well be called large because you can't fit inside it, so it's not that big. Matter of fact, my villain character Venom, which I'm on right now, has the personality for Primal, which is crouched over, and we're the same exact height. Yeah, I really can't call that giant. Now this is the start of the plain set, the gnarled set. This is not for any feats, this is just for looks. This is from last year's springtime, so that those were just base items you could just buy. This year's new base items give you a feat. This is the armoire. Yeah, the green overpowers it too much, I don't like it. I need that blue on it. Looks the exact same as the blooming, except for it's minus the blue. And that blue helps out. Now this is the bed. Bed's not bad. I just love it with the blue. Maybe because I saw it first. A little bit of how it looks under it. Not that you'll be seeing that though, but still. And this is a chair. Now, Halloween, if you guys anybody is doing those like type of bases, that could probably fit. Especially the couch. This is a coffee table. I like it. Now this is the couch. I really, really think this would do good for Halloween. Put a whole bunch of these because it's just that type of feel to it. Put a whole bunch of these and I think it'll do great. Now this is a plain dining table and chair set. I don't like it. It's too plain. I mean, it looks good for what it is. Don't get me wrong, but when I saw that blue on it earlier, I was like, yeah, that's my table set. And this is the divider I'm talking about. If you guys can spot the similarities, you're better than me. Well, I mean, if you guys can spot the differences. Okay, this is the hanging pod chair. Just like the other one, minus the blue. Picture a seed hanging off a stem and cut in half, and you sit inside it. Nightstand table, as I said, no petals on the nightstand surface and no blue on the base. This is the grass patch. This picture does not do it justice. We're going to have to actually go inside and see it. so I'm not going to spend too much time here, actually. Okay, let's go going down, look past it. Hanging ivy, just like the hanging garden. No blue flowers, but it does have some lights on it, just like the hanging garden. And it looks good inside your base. Mystical tree stump chair. I believe this is a seasonal drop. I'm not sure. Please let me know. I want to get as many of these as possible. It just goes to my character's base. That's just me. My character is a Venom symbiote Spider-Man, of course, so it's the most symbiote-like item I have in my base right now. Which is pretty much the reason why I went with plant items. Alright, this is for, the last two items I'll show you are for the feet. You need these along with the blooming set. So Grash and these two you need for the blooming set. This is Dick Vine. This picture doesn't do it justice. You'll just have to see it inside. And you don't really get a good sense of this one either. You're just going to have to see that inside. Alright, so these two, plus Grass Patch, and all of the blooming set. You need those for the feet. That is for the 14 item base feet. Alright, now let's go ahead and see what it look like in game. Now right here, we have the accent table. Let me zoom in. Accent table. Over here we have a lit up armoire plane. Over here kind of darkened just so you can see how it, different bases, different lightings, it might look good. Venus Fly Trap. As you can see, I wasn't kidding. When I'm crouched over, not moving, we're the same height. Walking, I'm a bit taller. I love this chair to death. I wish there was an update so you can actually sit down in it. And sit down in anything, actually. Mystical Slump Chair. Love it. This is the dining table and chair set, plain. The null set, remember? Got your seat pot chair. Got a couple of those around the base. Copy table and chair. Right there. Grassland. Let's go down, zoom out a little bit. There, see how good that grass looks? Depending on your base theme, it may or may not look better than it does here. Remember the grass, you see a little bit of the dirt right there? The grass? This is my guess. I'm guessing the best theme would probably be sewer. Anywho, up there we have the hanging ivy with the lights. It actually does kind of light up some items, at least from what I'm seeing. Okay, we have the plain couch right here. And now we're going to jump down. Down below I have those dividers. They're all matched up. So the one next to it's not the same item. So blooming, plain, in that order. And if you can tell the difference, if you can tell any difference at all, you're better than me. So yeah, you tell me the difference between these. Armories, not that it's part of this video, so we'll actually leave that. Got too much to show right now. 3 armories, 2 are DPS, 1's healer. This character is based on healing, so 1 armory is precision, 1 is might. Okay, all the items up here are for the feet. Plus the one downstairs, which is the grash. Now right here, here we go. Fine bed. Gotta love that. Fine armoire and, well, not vine, blooming armoire and blooming accent table. Black bed, had to do it. This is the nightstand with the drawer on the wrong side. Gotta turn that around. Okay, coffee table and chair. There we go. I always gotta have those together. This is the dining table and chair set. Blooming, of course. Over here we have the pod chair. Just like with below, of course, more of the blooming. So we start blooming plane with the dividers. Let me just go all around. Over here is the couch for blooming. I just completely love the blooming set. Now, if we head upwards, sorry about the video, you'll see a thick vine right here, up above. How's that look? And if we come over here to the side, if I can get past this, you'll see a thin vine with a little bit of life on it. And right here in the middle with the vine going through it is the hanging garden. You see the blue flowers on it. I decided to put it through it just to see if I could. Then after I did, I was like, yeah, that's staying. I definitely want that. That's staying. Alright, and this is the seasonal base items. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Remember, June 2nd is the last day. Last day to get the seasonal. If you haven't got the feats, please start farming if you have to. You know, replay badges, go out there and just do as many as you can. If you want to get the base items, now's the time to do it. This video is going to be up late. I already know that. So it's not that many days left. But yeah, once again, thanks for watching this video. Hit the like button if you like that. Also, there's subscribe down there too. Hit the subscribe button. Once again, thanks for watching this video. This is DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk, Division Leader for Dcuo. Thanks for watching.